I walked into School of Visual Arts and I said, I would like to finish my degree. I was a phys ed major, sports medicine minor first time around at Brooklyn College. How do I get into school? And they said, well, portfolio review is in 3-4 months. Do you have a portfolio? I said, no, how do I get one? They looked at me, they said, do you draw and paint? I said, yeah, I have sketchbooks and doodles in my sketchbook and little charcoal drawings and paintings. Can I use those? And they went, no, you have to have life drawing. I said, can you recommend 2 classes? My company will pay for it if I say I'm a graphic design major. And they did. And I got in and I just worked my butt off. Like in the morning when I was taking the train to work, I was drawing. On lunch hour, I didn't take lunch, I was drawing. On the weekends, I had a boyfriend that kept asking me to go out. I said, you know what, I think we need to break up because I have a mission and a goal, and there's no way I'm gonna let any more time go by. I'm finally gonna do this. I don't care what anybody says. So I could say to anybody out there, don't listen to the chatter around you. You have to have the courage. The fear is false evidence appearing real. You have to have the courage to stand up for yourself and believe in yourself and believe that you can be successful. We can all be successful, right? We just have to try and not be afraid.
Absolutely. Oh my God. Yes. I love that. That is so inspiring.
You know, I did it. I got in 3 months. I got in, never took a drawing class, and I worked my butt off. For 2 years, I worked full time, went to school at night. You know, I always say I'm way behind, like my friend Alex Ting. A lot of my friends, you know, that have been doing it way longer than me. I say I felt like I needed to catch up because I wasn't supposed to do it when I was younger because nobody thought I should do it.
Mhm.
And so I let that fear cripple me till my mid-30s, or I would have been doing it when I was younger. Lesson learned, right? Hard
Absolutely.
lesson. Like I wish now I was 20 years younger. That would be great. I would have more
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah, that's one of the main things. It's like, oh, like how did I do it back then? How was I able to have so much energy for everything? But I like that, obviously you can't turn back the clock, but there's no regrets. You are doing amazing and your work is beautiful. So it really pays off.
Thank you so much for saying that. I never forget where I come from. You know, I come from a middle class family. Nothing was given to me. I'm still paying off my $55,000 student loan, quit my job at American Express. And I went to music and art and I taught architecture. I didn't know anything about architecture. I read the book, I got in, but it was steady income. But there was a teacher there that said to me, what are you doing in the theater department? He said, what are you doing here? You should go on auditions because you're ready. You should have been an actress, but your paintings are really good. They kind of remind me of the theater or film. I said, yeah, it's the desire to tell a story, you know? So lesson is don't ever give up. You have to hang in there. You have to figure out a way to make money. I quit the teaching job. Everybody thought I was crazy. They said, oh, she's nuts. She was always nuts. I didn't listen to them this time. You know, I moved into the city and I worked 3 jobs for a long time up until 11 years ago. When I met my husband, my second husband, Tim, he said to me in 2017, I had this big portrait commission, and that's what I was doing to make money. Besides being a freelance makeup artist at Bergdorf for Laura Mercier, I was able to supplement my income, but I couldn't paint every day. 3-4 days a week I was working 8-hour days. And then all my days off, I was working 7 days a week all the time. I had to put the 30 hours a week in. I had 3 days to do it. I'm in the studio for 10 hours. That's it. And 11 years ago when I quit, a friend of mine said, when are you going? She's an entrepreneur. She said, you need to stop now and just go for it. I said, okay, I'll do portrait commissions all the time. And my husband said to me, we had just met. He said, why are you doing this? You don't seem like you like doing it. I said, you know what? I love doing portraits, but I don't like being, I felt like it was too in the box for my temperament. I have friends of mine that are amazing commission portrait painters and they love it and they do quite well. So I think you have to figure out what is your temperament, and that takes a while. and then go in that direction. Now, painting your own things is like a musician not playing classical music and copying Mozart, or a musician that is a session musician that's playing other people's work, or a singer that's a backup singer that's not singer-songwriter singing their own stuff. That's the hardest thing to do. It's so hard to figure out what your voice is and how do you write your story. Not easy.
Yeah.
And so you have to figure out, how do you get up every day and be inspired?